let's talk real talk one for a minute. And that real talk is there was a time where I had to go to rehab and I pretty much lost everything. You know, at one point in my life, I had built everything up, got a good job, good relationship with a woman, got my daughter back in my life, got my family back in my life, and everything was going good. And I was doing for years. Me and my ex, we had to take a break, and it turned into a permanent thing. And then my life had spiraled downhill, and I knew this, but I didn't want to give up because I was comfortable with doing nothing, and that's a horrible place to be. So I went to rehab, and I remember when I was in rehab, I went to rehab with a couple bags of clothes. That's pretty much all I had to my name at this point because I'd lost everything, right? And bottom line is, I'm in rehab, and after rehab, I go to a sober living, and I share our house, with other people doing the same thing I'm doing. And like I said, I only had a few bags, a few personal things, and over time, I started buying nice things. I knew I didn't want to buy too much because I was afraid one day somebody might steal my stuff. Because I have to go to work at some point, right? And it did. There was a disgruntled guy, and I came home from work one day, had the best day of my life too at work, got a promotion, everything, came home, and all my stuff was gone, all my clothes, everything that I had just bought for work, my new work boots that I haven't even wore yet, my toothbrush, my razor, my phone chargers. Only thing that was left was a few empty hangers in my closet. Even all my deodorant was gone, dude. But listen, that's part of the process, right? Because just when we think we've got our life together, that's when we're being tested. And what I'm trying to say is, you're gonna have hard times. Was it right? No. But what am I gonna do? Stand on a mountain, scream, "This isn't fair"? That's just part of it. And I hate to say that. It doesn't matter what you do in life. There's always gonna be that one person that doesn't like what you're doing, and there's always gonna be that person that wants to be where you're at, and they just try to sabotage. And that's unfortunate, right? So, you know, I built back up, and I was wise about what I bought at that moment. I still wanted to buy nice new things because I was trying to celebrate the fact that I've gotten sober and got to that point where I could do it. So I had to be very careful in what I did. I did buy some things, but I kept it to a very minimum. But along the way, yeah, I still had things come up missing, but then it stopped. I ended up moving to a different house with another, guy, where it was just mainly him and I. And I was paying $900 a month to share a house with somebody. But you say that's a lot, but the thing was, it was just me and another guy. Now, the place cost $2,200 a month, so we weren't even making full rent. But the lady that had trusted us to live in the house, she allowed us to be there still because she knew and believed in what we were doing. And because as long as we were doing the right thing, she was willing to make up that difference. We weren't taking advantage of her. It just happened to be the way it was. And, it is what it is, right? But what I'm trying to say is, man, is we all got a story to tell. And it sucks. But, I'm still going through things right now. But I truly believe I didn't do all this for nothing. And I didn't, because I got my family back right now. And you'll always hear me mention that because it's important, right? So don't give up, okay? And even to this moment, even with all my education and training and therapy and everything, I still shut down. I still want to be left alone. And that's where I feel safe sometimes. Just sometimes I just want to go sit at the beach for a whole day and do absolutely nothing, not even scroll through my phone, just stare at the water and just take a deep breath and realize, hey, I remember that time not long ago where I was in my car homeless, barely had 2 nickels to rub together, and if I had $20, I probably would have put $2 in my gas tank, and the rest of it went to my alcohol, so it was that bad. Yeah, man, I know they keep saying life gets better, and I know it does because I've seen it, but whatever's going on right now, it's for a reason, for whatever reason, and I think it's because we're not finished growing. I don't think we're ever going to be done growing. I think it's a part of our process, but my mom used to say, the harder you try, the more you fall, the harder you fall. And it's like, you might have that brand new shiny truck one day, and something might happen, we get comfortable in life, and all of a sudden, maybe an illness may come along to where we lose something, or maybe a job may shut down or something. You never know. Nothing's guaranteed, right? So when you do lose things, that one truck or that one car that you might have loved and you lost it, you know how to get it because you learned already how to get it. So go back and get that thing again, right? Whatever it may be. And this time, get a nicer one. All right? Because you already know you can get it. So why give up? Just keep working at it. Maybe next time you want better rims. So that's your goal. For me, it's my daughter. I miss my daughter. And right now, I know she's somewhere. She's doing what she's doing. I think she's sitting back waiting to see if I'm going to fall, fail, fold, or keep doing what I'm doing. But that's what I'm working towards right now. And here's the thing. I don't call her. I don't email her. I don't text her. I don't stalk her. I don't do any of that. I respect her because everything that I put her through, she deserves everything she has feeling towards me right now. Do I think my daughter loves me? I think she wants to. But she's just being cautious, and she has that right. So that's my goal. But I got majority of my family back, so it's a process. But as long as you understand what you did was wrong, and you want to change and make things better, don't be the guy that says, hey, I got 30 days clean, I'm going to better your life. It takes more than that, okay? Because it took me 23 years of doing whatever I wanted. So I hurt a lot of people along the way. And those ones that held on to say they love me now, that's true love. So sometimes people are just protecting themselves, and that's okay. Don't get your shit together in one night and think the world owes you a favor, because they don't. Nobody owes you nothing, and nobody's come to save you. So once you get humble enough to realize that, you sleep a little better. But just remember, don't pressure people. Give them their space. Respect their time. They'll come around.